After much speculation, James Harden is opting into his $35.6 million deal for next season with the 76ers in order for them to work on a trade together to get him out of Philadelphia. The Sixers are not necessarily obligated to trade Harden, but it does appear that he wants to leave the team, as much speculation this summer over him joining the Houston Rockets, but also the LA Clippers and New York Knicks have now emerged as potential suitors, as well as the Miami Heat, obviously. Houston, though, apparently has increasingly been set on trying to get Toronto Raptors free agent Fred VanVleet as a point guard instead of James Harden. So this has kind of made them steer away from him a little bit. And this makes sense as their young team doesn't necessarily want to bring in a veteran like Harden who's going to take up a lot of their salary cap, as well as taking both playmaking and shot opportunities away from younger guys like Jalen Green and now Amin Thompson. Harden did have a great season last year, coming off 21 points and a league-leading 10.7 assists, as well as playing with the league MVP Joel Embiid, but they fell short in the playoffs, and James Harden hasn't quite looked like the same scorer that he did back in the days when he was in Houston, obviously, and earlier in Brooklyn, but he's still a valuable player, and I expect there to be a big market for him, especially with contending teams. The Sixers could have offered Harden as much as 4 years for $213 million, but it was obvious that they didn't want to invest that much money in him, especially with the new CBA coming out and the way their salary cap is structured. It just didn't really make sense to commit to a 33-year-old for 4 more seasons, especially when we've seen him decline already over the past few years. There's no way of telling how much longer he's going to be able to sustain a superstar level play or an all-star for that matter. So let me know in the comments where you think James Harden's going to get traded to and your thoughts on the Sixers going forward. I think this kind of hurts them, obviously. It takes away a lot of value in playmaking ability. They're going to have Tyrese Maxey still to run that point guard position, but it's going to be interesting as they're going to lose some depth as well. And hopefully if they trade, they can get back some cheaper and younger prospects because that's something they need to build around. They need to really solidify their bench depth, especially around Joel Embiid, as we saw in the last playoffs. That front court and just having more wing shot creation, especially. That would be something for them to get. Draft capital would obviously be nice, but we'll see what they can get in return. I think the market's going to be decent, but it's not going to be like we've seen the market kind of get less and less valuable for these superstar players, especially the past few trades as we've seen them not turn out necessarily. I think teams are kind of starting to turn away from trading a huge amount of assets and first round picks in the future for superstars and trying to win now. But with that being said, it's been your boy Texas Yankee. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.